Salutations, hope all is well. I am FloridaFreddie, and today we will be going over the 7 tips for pickleball failure. It's about to get grimy. So you came to the right place. You want to fail at pickleball? Here are the 7 tips for pickleball failure. Tip number 1, do not play at your level of pickleball. Yes, imagine it now. You come to the courts, you step on let's say the 4.0 courts. You've barely played 10 games in your life. You come on the court, you partner with someone, and that game is amazingly, disturbingly bad. Okay. So this is tip number 1. Don't play at your level. Feel free to go up and play with other players who are at higher levels. That is one way to demoralize yourself. That's another way to really make enemies in the pickleball courts is by playing way above your level. Let's do that. Here we go. Now it's time for tip number 2. Serve and start advancing toward the non-volley zone. I love seeing this during games. You have someone who's inexperienced, who serves the ball, and they start moving forward. They haven't even allowed the ball to be returned by the receiving team. They hit the ball, it gets returned. The person now has to move backwards, all willy nilly, all crazy looking, to attempt to hit that ball instead of just serving and staying. So, if you want to fail at pickleball, tip number 2, serve and start moving forward. Tip number 3 for pickleball failure, return the ball short. So instead of doing a nice deep return to keep your opponents back, you return the ball and it's so close, it forces your opponents to come up to the non-volley zone. If you want to fail, this is one thing you have to do. Return the ball short so that your opponents easily come forward to hit or smash your ball. Keep up the good work. Tip number 4 for pickleball failure. It's your opportunity to receive the ball. You hit the ball and you do not advance toward the non-volley zone. So what happens is if you want to fail, return the ball, but stay back. Feel free to stay back. When people say the game of pickleball is played by the kitchen line, don't believe that nonsense. Actually, just hit the ball and stay back. Allow the court to be your opponent's playground where they can hit the ball in all sorts of places on the court. So, yeah, feel free to return the ball, stay back, do not move forward. That's success number and tip number 4 for pickleball failure. Okay, now it's getting even more juicier. Tip number 5 for pickleball failure. Play singles in a doubles game. What do I mean by that? Very easy. Don't even pay attention to your partner. Don't even pay attention to what they're doing. Don't even be conscious of where they're at on the court and where you are on the court. Don't worry about any of that stuff. Just play your game. When balls are coming your partner's way and they might be questionable, don't worry about being a second eye to call the ball good or call the ball out. Don't even pay attention because at this point you're playing a singles game and you're only focusing on yourself. So if you want to fail at pickleball, tip number 5, play singles in a doubles game and don't even focus on your partner. Tip number 6 for pickleball failure. This is a good one. I see this all the time on the courts, 3.5 and less. And here's the tip for pickleball failure. You and your partner, you're serving the ball. Actually, your partner's serving. Your partner serves, the opponents return the ball, and before your partner has even uh, done their third shot, you are running to the kitchen line like a chicken with no head. For pickleball success, I'm sorry, for pickleball failure, because that's your focus. You want to fail at pickleball. The moment the ball is returned, and right even before your partner hits that third shot, just run to the kitchen line all crazy like you're a chicken with no head. It looks amazing. It looks great. Plus, that will give your opponents an opportunity to smash the ball because you're in motion and you haven't even seen if your partner hit a good third shot drop or not. So if you want to fail at pickleball, when your partner does their third shot, just run to the kitchen line. That's one tip for pickleball failure. Now we're up to our last and final tip for pickleball failure. This is tip number 7. Hopefully, all of the prior tips will help you in your game, will help you make enemies on the court, will lower your self-esteem. That's the intention of this video today, is to make you the worst possible player that you can be. So if you follow those 6 tips, you'll do great. But if you follow tip number 7, you'll be in a category that nobody would want to play with you. And tip number 7 is to coach other people on the court. Yes, I want you to become the Tony Robbins of pickleball, okay? So when you're on the court playing with people, feel free to coach your partner on what they should be doing. Feel free to make angry faces. Feel free to throw your paddle on the floor. That's a great motivator for a partner in pickleball, okay? Feel free to tell your partner all of their faults, what they're doing wrong, and that's one way for pickleball failure. So if you wanna make an enormous amount of friends, actually don't do that, but if you wanna fail, begin to be the Tony Robbins of pickleball and coach other people, even though you don't have any sort of certification, even though you're not better than the other people who you're playing with, feel free to coach them. It will go over well. You'll be loved on the court, and you'll make friends for life. Keep up the good work. Thank you. Take care, and God bless.